They tell you to think positive. Slap a smile on it. As if your crippling migraines, your gut that's constantly in knots, your skin flaring up like a battlefield are just a matter of a bad attitude. What a load of absolute, unadulterated garbage. What if your body's screaming at you because your mind's been silenced? Psychosomatic illnesses aren't all in your head. They're real, and they're a signal you've been ignoring for too long. Welcome. If you're here, chances are you're tired. Tired of the pain, tired of not being believed, tired of the anemic explanations. Ever feel like your body's betraying you? Like no doctor can figure out why you're in pain, why you're exhausted, why your skin's a mess? You're not alone. Psychosomatic illnesses, where your mind and body team up to make you miserable, are more common than you think. Forget what you've been told about just needing to manage stress. We're going to explore how unexpressed emotions, particularly the rage and pain forged in the crucibles of our earliest years, become the very diseases that cripple us. And by the end of this, you might just start to understand your own body's language in a way you never thought possible. Stick around, because the answers aren't pretty, but they are damn liberating. So, the medical world has its labels, right? Somatic symptom disorder. Bodily distress disorder. Fancy terms. They've even evolved from the archaic, frankly insulting hysteria. And yes, it's a step forward that they sometimes acknowledge these symptoms are real, even if they can't pinpoint a neat, tidy cause on their scans. But let's be brutally honest. When they say medically unexplained, what they often mean is unexplained by our current, limited tools and understanding. But here's the kicker. These symptoms are real. Your pain isn't fake just because a doctor can't find a cause. Your body's talking and it's saying, hey, something's wrong up here. Your body is a finely tuned instrument. And if the music of your life has been one of discord, of suppressed pain, of swallowed anger, your body will reflect that. It's not all in your head in a dismissive way. It's that your psyche, your soul, is so profoundly intertwined with your physical form that one cannot suffer without the other screaming out. Hippocrates, that old Greek doctor, knew this 2,000 years ago. He said our psyche and body are one. If you're happy, your immune system's a fortress. If you're miserable, it's like leaving the castle gates wide open. But don't fall for that think positive nonsense. You can't just will yourself to be happy. That's a lie society sells to keep you quiet. Imagine Sarah, 30 years old, with constant stomach cramps. Doctors say it's IBS, but tests show nothing. She's stressed, overworked, and grew up with parents who never let her speak up. Her gut's literally churning with unsaid words. That's psychosomatic. Ever notice how your headaches get worse when you're stressed? Coincidence? I don't think so. Where does so much of this begin? The sacred cow of our society, childhood, and the even more sacred cows, parents. We're told to honor them, to forgive them, to see them as benevolent. But what if that's a lie? What if the good child you were forced to be was a prison? I remember as a child my own father being violent, and I'd hide in my bedroom, feeling the fear carve actual physical wounds inside me. And when I'd look at him with the contempt he deserved, the fury in her eyes would only escalate. That's the reality for so many. When you're a kid, you're defenseless. If your parents scream, hit, or ignore you, you can't fight back. You swallow that pain, that rage, and it festers. And we carry those internal injuries, those unexpressed torrents of rage, for decades. Take Barbara, who's battled fibromyalgia for a decade. She calls it the disease of 100 symptoms. Pain, fatigue, you name it. It hit her after cancer recovery, but she traces it back to a lifetime of stress and unprocessed trauma. Her body's carrying the weight of years she couldn't speak. If you don't react to the pain you've received with anger, you're handing yourself over to illness. Rage isn't bad, it's your soul saying, I deserve better. But society, especially that Catholic guilt trip, tells you to forgive, be good, stay silent. But what if that forgiveness is a betrayal of your own inner child, the one who was genuinely harmed? What if that suppressed anger, that righteous fury festers and turns inward, becoming fibromyalgia, migraines, chronic fatigue? Your body's paying the price for their rules. These aren't abstract theories. These are real lives. Like Sarah, 35, feeling like she has the body of an 80-year-old, her pain invisible to a world that judges what it cannot see. This invisibility is a special kind of hell, isn't it? Or the person trapped in a terrifying cycle, neurological twitches, gut pain, then intense fear of a hidden disease, crying every day, unable to live. Tests show nothing, but the suffering is immense. Meet Jake, a 25-year-old with chronic acne. He's tried every cream, every diet. Nothing works. Why? Because his acne flares when he's pissed off, at his controlling dad, at his dead-end job. But society says, just wash your face. No, Jake needs to scream, not scrub. How many times have you been told to get over it when your body's begging you to listen? Even a doctor, someone who knows the body, isn't immune. He described his first anxiety attack, sweating, nausea, racing heart. He thought he was dying of a heart attack. This isn't just nerves, it's profound physical terror, an internal alarm bell that won't shut off. These are bodies screaming truths the mind has been conditioned to silence. So, what's the way out of this labyrinth? I'll tell you what it's not. It's not another pill to mask the symptoms. It's not more positive thinking mantras papering over gaping wounds. It's not years of therapy that just skims the surface, endless chatter that avoids the elephant in the room. Face your past. You've got to look at your childhood, not to blame, but to understand. Therapy, especially CBT, can help you unpack that baggage. But dreams are key. Your subconscious is spilling the truth your mind hides. Feel your anger. Stop forgiving people who hurt you just because they're family. Anger's not the enemy. It's your power. Channel it into boundaries, not violence. Tell your inner child, I've got you now. True healing takes courage. It takes a willingness to dredge up the muck. This can be terrifying. Some therapies, like deep psychodynamic work, can help. Mindfulness can teach you to observe your body without judgment. Surround yourself with people who validate your pain, not dismiss it. But these are tools, not magic wands. The real work is internal and it's fierce. Your body is not your enemy. It's your most honest, loyal messenger. It's keeping a meticulous diary of your life, especially the parts you've been taught to forget or deny. These psychosomatic illnesses, as debilitating as they are a profound, if painful, invitation to look within, to excavate the truth, to reclaim the parts of yourself you've been forced to abandon. If you don't respect your psyche, you cannot respect your body. If you don't give value to your inner world, you condemn yourself to a life of dis-ease. The question is, are you brave enough to truly listen? To stop numbing and start feeling? Because your life, your real life, depends on it. This is heavy stuff, I know. But you're not alone in this. What's one symptom you think might be psychosomatic? And what's your next step? Share this in the comments below with someone who needs to hear it. If this video sparked something in you, please give it a like. And if you want more content into the complexities of being human, make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell. Perhaps there are other aspects of the mind-body connection you'd like me to explore. Let me know your suggestions. Until next time, be kind to your psyche. It's the only one you've got.